Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. I'm your host VGMKoren and oh my god, it has been so long since I last recorded. Now, if you're watching this from the future, then, you know, it's just one episode then another. But for those of you who've been keeping up with my stuff, you would probably know that it has been about a month or a month and a half, somewhere around there, since I last recorded. I do apologize for that. Life has been very busy, but I am back now, here to bring you more Dark Souls and me screaming and flailing in agony, just how you like it. So in the last one, we got through the depths, and in this one, my sole goal is to kill the boss of the depths, which I think I took a wrong turn somewhere around here. First, I need to figure out how to get back to the boss of the depths, because this is actually the next area I want to go, and not exactly where I want to be right now. And since I'm going to try and kill the boss in the depths, I would much rather not use any of my spells to get through. So let's follow this rat. He seems to know where he's going. Oh, well, he's dead now. I think, however, yes, this is exactly where I want to be. The rat did not lead me astray. So, in the last one I mentioned that the only thing we have left here to do is to beat the boss. And what a boss it is. I can't wait to show you this guy, because this is one of my favorite early bosses. This is probably my favorite sewer level boss of all time. So, let's go meet him. Oh, it's a cute little crocodile. Oh, isn't it adorable? Or, you know, the other thing. Horrifying. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Gaping Dragon. Now, you might remember that early in the story, by which I mean the intro cutscene to this game, it's mentioned that all of the stone dragons were wiped out. So we can either aptly assume that this is not a stone dragon, or that this one just didn't happen to die despite having its entire chest, you know, erupt out of its body. Now, quick thing to note, its weak point is its head, and as you noticed, I don't deal a whole lot of damage to it, and it's huge. This is actually the first gigantic boss in Dark Souls, which, of course, makes him a lot of fun. Now, important note here, if you can manage to take his tail off, as I'm going to try and show off, you will get a weapon. I believe it's the Dragon Great Axe, or the Dragon King Great Axe, or... Point being, it's a gigantic axe that you will definitely want if you like super big heavy weapons that murder people. I mean, if you don't like that, then no problem. Oh, Mr. Gaping Dragon, we love you. I actually have to get very briefly used to the controls again, which is, you know, exactly what I want to say I'm doing when I'm fighting a gigantic boss like this. Now, he's actually not too bad. As you can see, he can wreck you if he hits you with the side of his tail as such. But otherwise, the most dangerous thing you need to look out for is when he starts spewing. And don't worry, you'll recognize it when he does. It's not exactly something I need to talk about. He also has two stances. He has basically a flying stance, or, well, upright stance, where his body is still... Are you just going to sit on me to kill me? Is that how this episode is going to go? He has that stance. Oh my god. Oh, this is... Why? Why do you hate me so much? Is it because your bones are sticking out? Because, come to think of it, that's a reasonable thing to hate me for. I mean, it wasn't my fault, but... And he also has this, his down on all fours stance, at which point it's much easier to get around behind him and start hacking away at his tail. Now, like several enemies in Dark Souls, it's actually easier to hit his tail when you are not locked on. There we go, Dragon King Great Axe. And without his tail, he has one less appendage to beat the hell out of us with. Generally speaking, a good thing. Now let's see, what kind of supplies do I have? I've got humanity. I don't really want to use that up, though. But yeah, once you take his tail off, he becomes significantly easier, though, as always, you don't want to get overconfident. And while his head is his weak point and will take double damage, it's generally extremely dangerous because that is also where he'll start spewing things out of. Well, not necessarily his head so much as the giant gaping hole in his chest and ribcage, but, you know, technicalities. But really, the Gaping Dragon shouldn't give you much trouble, especially if you've leveled up properly to this point. Now, I don't actually remember if he's at all weak to fire, so no, this is the worst time to be looking at fire. Oh, wait. Oh, he didn't sit on me for once. I'm so happy. Oh, good God. Well, I suppose I deserved it. I said you didn't, so you had to. So I am down to a fabulous 0 Estus flasks, and I guess I'll just hold on to my humanity in case we get closer. It's actually a little hard to hit the Gaping Dragon with fireballs, mostly because his hitbox is, as you can see, slightly wonky for the ranged attacks. Oh good God, that almost killed me. On the bright side, we can get some good damage in before he starts writhing around on the ground. Now, you might not like it, but the butt is the strongest place you can attack. So get in there, get inside there, and just go for it. Now, what I'm going to do here is actually heal again with humanity as soon as I get a clear opportunity, and what I'm doing is basically an insurance heal. I might have talked about this already, but it's been a while since I recorded, and basically sometimes enemies can hit you with extremely powerful attacks that one-shot you. And if they do that, then, well, you're kind of screwed. Or, well, not one-shot, but destroy 3/4 of your HP, maybe. And that is something you want insurance for. For example, if he lands on me, oh, thank God he didn't, he would have easily destroyed me. Oh, hey. And we can actually get a few good hits. Oh, God, no. I thought for sure I was going to get screwed there. And I might actually be able to take him out here with a couple of really powerful heavy attacks. Or just not quite, unfortunately. And are you going to land on me? No. Well, if I can successfully manage to not get killed here, that will be a great way to get back into this game. There we go. He didn't actually show off his spewing attack, so I'd like to talk about that for just a second. Basically, what he can do is... I just got a whole bunch of things that I didn't look at. Blighttown Key was the most important of them, however. What he can do is he will occasionally just lay on his chest like he was during the fight and start spewing out poison that will degrade and destroy, that's the important one, that's the bad one, your gear. And when he manages to do this, well, once your gear is destroyed, it's very expensive to repair. Or can you not repair it? No, you can repair it. I'm sure you can repair it. Dark Souls isn't that mean. I've never actually broken an item in Dark Souls. I've never been hit by that attack, but it is worth talking about. Now, I went ahead and used a Homeward Bone to get back here, and we're going to, let's see, can I reinforce my weapon any further? I don't believe that I can. I believe it's level 5. And as for our armor, we can certainly come over here and look at all the nice things I can't have. So in that case, most of these souls will go into leveling up, which will just mostly be a little bit more dexterity. I'm actually going to grab a... Oh, I guess I'm not going to grab more attunement. Well, good enough. Some more dexterity, endurance, and vitality. Just a general buff to all of my stats, spend all those souls, and now we can go ahead and get back out there, and I guess actually go a little bit further, because getting... This is off to a great start. I love just getting set on fire the instant I'm alive. But with that, we have the Blighttown key, which will take us to a place called Blighttown. You probably could have guessed that. I probably didn't need to make any kind of exposition about that. This is the front door to Blighttown. I will also be showing off the back door to Blighttown, but I'll be doing that a little bit later once we're actually out of Blighttown proper. Now, Blighttown, as the color can show, is a very different place. And did I completely forget to pick up a white item in the Gaping Dragon's boss room? I completely did. I don't know what that was. It can't have been that useful, though. And Blighttown is probably the most hated place in all of Dark Souls. It's also probably the place that gets rage quit out of the most. I mean, this is where the game goes from being hard to super hard. I don't know. I don't usually like expressions like that, nor do I find it particularly true. However, Blighttown is what you would call a bitch. And it starts out with some fantastic new enemies, and all of whom can inflict poison. Now, if you are using a strength build here, you're in perfect luck because you can actually stun these guys and knock them over with particularly powerful attacks. If you're going a dex build or a katana build like I'm doing, then what you're probably going to need to do is to roll around at the speed of sound, like you've got places to go. I'm not doing this. And basically get your bleeding procs off. Oh, and don't get hit like that. That's the important one. Oh, man, I hate Blighttown. I hate everything about Blighttown. Now, they are slow, so you can get behind them and backstab them, but like numerous enemies in the game at this point, backstabbing them will not kill them. You've kind of, at this point in Dark Souls, gone away from fighting humanoid enemies, which is both good and bad. I mean, okay, yes, he's humanoid. Don't you dare say he's humanoid in the comments. I will hurt you. What I mean is humanoid as in the same size as you. Oh wait, no, there are some humanoid enemies right there. I'm a liar. I'm a dirty, dirty liar. Thankfully, the shield we have is pretty good. Stop screaming, stop showing me your butt. And actually, that's kind of the thing about these guys, is when you backstab them, you go straight up there. You just get in. And here we have kind of just a mutated human. Oh, he's not dead. He's also not very good at doing things, and is, as such, dead. Deadsies. Deaders. Okay. There is, as you can see, someone shooting very small white darts. You might actually have to full screen to see that. That is a toxic darter. They are enemies that do not respawn when killed in this area, hooray, but inflict toxic. And toxic basically is going to kill you. It's going to kill you. Get over it. Your life is forfeit at least once to toxic, especially since, again, those projectiles are the smallest things, and even having good humanity, which increases your resistance, it builds up pretty fast. Oh, when they do that move where they throw out their arms, that means they're going to go into a grapple attack. If you get hit by it, they will inflict poison damage, maybe? But regardless of what they do or don't do, they will deal a lot of damage to you. And of course, you can't block grapples. It's kind of the bad part about blocking. I don't know where I was going with that, somewhere. But as you can see, these guys aren't too much of a big deal. It's mostly that the next bonfire is actually a fair distance away. But I have great confidence in my ability to get killed right before I get there, at the very least. The casters, I don't exactly remember what they do differently, but it's something. I'm sure of that. I mean, it looks like he's a caster. It looks like he should be throwing spells at me with that staff, but he's not, so, you know. But none of these are the real unfortunate nuisances of Blighttown. And actually, playing on PC, you won't ever notice this if your computer's up to par, but on consoles, Blighttown also lagged tremendously all the time, forever. Oh, this is a fun thing. If you get on this bridge, it just starts swaying around really, really in bad definition. It's kind of funny, but it can get you killed. It's probably one of the laziest effects in the game, and I love it for that. I love shortcuts. Which is why I'm probably not going to get everything in Blighttown. Now, there are a few very important items to mention here. If you didn't get a katana from murdering a shopkeeper because you're a good person, good for you, woohoo, then you can get one from Blighttown. It's very important to mention this because, as you can see, crap like that happens all the damn time. Oh, I hate this place. So there are a lot of items in Blighttown. There are several sets of weapons and armor, including, oh my god, some katanas, some ninja gear, a really cool red hat somewhere. But then there are the fire-breathing dogs, and the bridges, and the fact that no matter what, you are not going to get everything on one or even two runs through this area. And that's kind of the thing to remember here is... oh, I hate this. To be patient. I take back everything I said about this being easy and a joke. This sucks so hard. Why am I going back across here? Is there anything even over here for me to... There's just another fire dog. By the way, they're fire dogs now. They're dogs on fire. Or dogs that breathe fire. It doesn't really matter, does it? It's just dog plus fire. That's all you need to know. Why is there humanity out here? That's awful. I actually have so much humanity that I am terrified of dying at this point because... oh god. What the hell? This is just the end of this path? Okay. That's cool, kinda, I guess. Fine, I guess I'll go back across that damn bridge. Again. I don't want to. Oh, this is gonna kill me, this is gonna kill me, I'm gonna die. Great, great, great. What was I saying? Something about humanity. Ah, I'm terrified of dying, yeah. Actually, real talk, I'm terrified of heights, which is part of why I don't like this area, and part of, oh, damn it, why I'm not going to, oh my god, this place is just making me freak out so hard in the back of my mind. Part of why I won't be getting everything here is because this place sucks a lot. Also, there are ladders that are really, really indistinct from the rest of the level. But yeah, I can't stand heights. I actually physically can't drive on mountain roads because of my fear of heights. Oh, we're already down to the bonfire. How the hell did that happen? Good God. Well, there might be an item over there, but unless you really want to find it... okay. So, you know, it's a few minutes earlier than I usually end episodes, but I think we'll go ahead and end here on top of a bridge. This was not the safest way to get there, nor is it probably the way you're going to get there. In fact, let's go grab that shiny item. Actually, screw it. I hate this place. I'm pretty sure that item right there, by the way, is the katana. It has a slightly different slashing motion. But I don't care. I hate heights. So in the next one, we will continue into the depths of Blighttown and to where the poison kicks in. I hope to see you then. And I hope it's not a month until my next episode. Good God, I owe you guys more than that.